They're hitting bricks of vapes. This is amazing. Full handfuls.
I gotta make sure each one works.
That's the guy from Cheetah. He's like, I don't know if they're testing for like just that it works or the like how like cloudy it gets, but and then he went up and interviewed the guy, and he was like, so like what's a day like here? Like how many of those do you have to do a day? And he was like, normal days are 7,000 to 8,000 vapes I test, but some days are over 10,000. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Good morning and welcome to episode 1528 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, August 20th, 2024. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed on this podcast. Patreon.com/Hard Factor for more, up to 3 weekly bonus podcasts. Today, we're talking abortion booths and much more at the DNC with Wes.
Yeah, I'm a little upset Pat isn't here because I made my segment purposely biased just to get a reaction out of him.
Yeah,
I'll step up for you, Wes.
Disappointing. Disappointing. But yeah, no, it'll be great to find out what's going on over there in Chicago. Thanks, Wes. Mm-hmm. And Pat, he's not here today, but he's just, he's taking care of his kids in Chicago. Actually, he's probably at the DNC.
Yeah, he's just
he told us he was taking care of his kids.
Is it like a dunk tank, Wes? You throw a baseball at the thing and then the abortion.
You get an abortion if they hit.
I mean, might as well.
He just pops up.
You might be getting a free vasectomy. We don't know.
Oh, right. It's true. And then we're going back to the labor lounge. We've got more dangerous jobs with Mark.
I found another one.
Good. Well, not good, I guess. But
no, it's not good. It's really not good for everyone, but it's kind of hilarious too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't wait to find out.
You'll see.
I'll be taking us over to the tech corner with one story about a genius and another about electric vehicles. And the genius is not Elon Musk in this situation. So riddle me that. Yeah.
Riddle me that.
Yeah.
He's going to disagree with that.
No, he won't. I mean, well, today you'll see. Anyways, he's got stuff to be concerned about at this very moment.
All right. Well, I'm interested. You know how I feel about him personally.
You're probably going to be rooting for what happened then, because it's comical and it sort of pokes a big hole in a lot of his business plans.
Mark, I've come around on Elon to be on more your side after his whole thing with his when he took over X. I was happy. I was on Elon's side. But
when he disowned his daughter.
Yeah, when he disowned his daughter, he lost me.
Said that she's dead.
Yeah, he lost.
And then he's just kind of a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get into it. He's a self-admitted weirdo for sure. This is all about dollars and cents.
I've always said he's smart and a good businessman, and has great ideas that he doesn't always follow through with. But I think he's a psycho.
Yeah,
right. The following through part. We're gonna get to that. Maybe a little more testing on those batteries. You'll find out.
Okay. Well, you guys want to find out what's going on in Chicago, the DNC?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you're watching live, the Democratic National Convention kicks off tonight, Monday, in Chicago, where Democrats will try to unite the party and pass the baton to Kamala Harris as she tries to defeat President Trump, or former President Trump. Current acting President Joe Biden will give a speech tonight, and then he's getting the fuck out.
That's tough.
Then it's not gonna be so tough because he's basically giving a speech, passing the baton, and then he's going on a fucking vacation in California.
I kind of like it. He's like a high school senior. Yeah, I mean,
he's got senioritis, bro.
He hasn't done anything ever since they had the coup. He hasn't done a damn thing. He's been on the beach the entire time.
Oh, yeah,
I kind of respect him for it.
How much of that is health, and how much of it is bitterness?
Bitterness, 100%. Dude, it turns out
it's a lot of health too. I think
a lot of bitterness.
50.
The Mount Rushmore thing. Nancy Pelosi was saying he should be on Mount Rushmore. Turns out that was kind of a troll.
Oh, she's trolling him.
Yeah,
she doesn't like him.
So Biden's bitter. He's got to be fucking bitter.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
got to be bitter.
He gave his 6 months notice.
Yeah,
he's out.
That was like a straight out of Vapes scene. She said to his face, behind the cameras, like, you're the worst fucking president we've ever had. And
we're
then
gonna
she's
force
like,
you
oh,
out.
you should be on Mount Rushmore to the cameras.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that was right to us.
Yeah.
He knew what was happening.
No, I mean, so if you're in that situation, you're gonna give a shitty speech, not give a fuck what you say, and go to the beach. And so, hey, Joe's doing what I would expect anybody to do in this situation.
Well, here's what they're saying. The reason is because I guess this vacation was planned, but also because they say that they don't want him upstaging Kamala at the convention, even though he couldn't.
Who said that? Pelosi?
Well,
is that another dig at him?
He couldn't upstage
His
a cold
skills are just
cold bowl
much.
of piss soup right now. So he's not going he's not going to upstage anything. Now, guys, the Dems have some big plans for this week's convention. The first plan is to not get murdered in Chicago. Pat, if he was here, could tell you how hard that is to do on a daily basis. But it's not just normal Chicago citizens that might be dangerous to the attendees. It's also the alleged 100,000 protesters that are diverging on the city this week that they have to worry about. I watched a little bit of a very lame and tame protest. Definitely not 100,000 people. The amount of people that they have coming, at least so far today, was 100,000 or 20,000.
That's just the same thing. It's like all the really aggressive people in like black and white head cloths screaming
like
about
1,000 people.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
100,000.
But they do have a new chant. I think it needs a little work, but it's kind of catchy. It's the one I heard was Biden, Harris, you can't hide. Stop funding the genocide. So
okay, pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. I mean,
Solid.
it rhymed. It was catchy.
Whoever came up with that got a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Good
Already today
job.
though.
Do you get like a you get like some Hamas bucks or something like that?
Yeah, some Hamas bucks. Yeah. You get a little star.
Just kidding.
on
I
your
get
plate.
it. I know Palestine and Hamas not the same thing, but it's just a joke.
Yeah,
How
just
dare
a
you,
joke. I might hear a few
That's
more.
a subject. People get upset about this.
Do the protesters like what is their goal? I know what their goal is for to end the war and the genocide, right? But what's their goal in terms of like this whole election thing? They're like, did they not what do they think the Republican stance is on
Well, I
this?
think
they didn't protest. They're saying only one side would be willing to hear us.
I think
what
that they're disappointed in the Democrats because
right.
the Democrats are viewed as the party that would
Does that
stand
mean
up
they're
to
going to
Israel.
vote Republican or just not?
No, because
not
they know
vote?
that Israel's already controlling the Republicans. They
Right.
feel like
So,
their
like,
only shot is
Wouldn't
to
they
get the Democrats
protest
to
both
hold.
conventions?
They're
They're
just
just protesting
word.
who is currently in charge.
Right, who's currently in
I think
charge?
they showed up to the
and-
RNC though.
No, because
they're
the
not in
RNC
charge
doesn't
yet.
have the squad,
Okay.
Mark. The squad is in the Dems, not not the Republicans. So the protesters are like trying to put the pressure on the party that would be more likely to go
That's
against
what I think.
Israel.
They're like, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be you, and now we're going to attack you.
Right. Yeah, pretty much.
Correct.
So, but already today, as President Biden was doing a walkthrough, I guess so he knows, where to freeze and look disoriented. Protesters clashed with police outside, breaking through a barrier fence as police put on gas masks just in case, they needed to gas some motherfuckers in the face. So it's heating up. It's heating up a little bit. We'll, as the week progresses, might get a little hotter. Who knows? So,
How about those vasectomy booths, Wes?
Well, I'm going to get to
Did you
that.
catch any guys? Do they have any videos of any guys walking to the vasectomy?
No, we'll get to the
Free vasectomy is not a bad deal if that's what you're in the market for.
They're luring homeless guys in there with sandwiches.
Yeah.
Come get a free meal.
But short buses are showing up.
What'd you do to me?
So, going back to the protests, they said basically that we have the leaders of these protests, the coalition to march on the DNC leader Hatem Abu Daye said that, quote, we have to play our part in the belly of the beast to stop the genocide, to end U.S. aid to Israel, and stand with Palestine. So that's their mission, right there.
I mean, I loved that he used inside the belly of the beast. I mean, that's just a great line. Anytime you can use it, it's great.
It's good. So
we got a couple catchy things going for him. That and then the
chant,
the genocide
good marketing,
and the new name.
No violence yet. They're on a roll.
Genocide Joe and Killer Kamala, what they're calling her.
Well,
they got
but
new
those
names.
are Ireland kind of came up with those, so that's kind of their late. But they're extending the use. South Africa, Rhode Island's coattails on that too.
Killer Kamala sounds like a badass name. They should workshop that. Genocide Joe.
Butcher Boyd and
Killer Kamala. Killer, yo, welcome to the stage, Killer Kamala.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, she has K's are so great because they can match with C's too. Kamala the cop. She's got a lot of good.
Got to stop it too, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, true.
But hey, it's not all doom and gloom for the party. The theme of the convention is for the people, for our future. Tonight, singer-songwriter James Taylor and country singer Mickey Guyton, whoever that is, and folk Americana star Jason Isbell will perform. They're being tight-lipped about the rest of the week's performers. Maybe if we're lucky, they will bring back Julia Louis-Dreyfus to bring down the house like she did in 2020. Remember that? Here's a little refresher in case you didn't catch
it was a bad. Remember, it was the virtual.
Some of her worst.
Goes to church so regularly that he doesn't even need tear gas and a bunch of federalized troops to help him get there. When Donald Trump spoke at his inauguration about American carnage, I assumed that was something he was against, not a campaign promise. Right now, you can text VOTE to 30330 to learn about all of your voting options and make the best plan for how to vote in your community, wherever you are. An easy way to remember 30330 is that's the year Donald Trump will finally release his tax returns. 30330. It's actually not that hard to remember.
Break it down. She's a national treasure. Not her best.
I mean, she bombed it, but it's tough. It's a tough order going up for a virtual DNC.
Yeah,
there's not even a live crowd. They should have at least given her a laugh track. Wes, thank you for doing it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, that was tough. Yeah,
it was real tough.
One thing that
they did her dirty.
One thing you have to say about the DNC though is they get much better acts, like the musical acts.
Well, yeah, because all like musicians are
the Republicans get like Kid Rock and like ever since Bruce Willis can't talk anymore, they've taken a big hit. Like they
Yeah, Kid Rock is the main guy.
They get like Kid
Rock, and then they get like
might get Ted Nugent.
Yeah, Ted Nugent. They don't have many artists to pick from over there.
No, it's the same.
They got, you know what they got to do is start leaning into rap because like Lil Wayne.
There are a lot of rappers that are.
They need to just like 50 Cent. They just need to go all rap. They just need to go all rap.
There are some rappers that would go out there for Trump.
Yeah. Wayne and 50. You should get that seal it up. Why aren't they doing that? That's crazy.
I don't know. It would be funny to watch a bunch of Republicans jam to 50 Cent, though.
Yeah, one country guy, right? One country guy, and then you have the country guy do a crossover with 50. You know, you have him do like a little bit of a mashup together.
Yeah,
and
they got to branch out on the acts.
Yeah,
and then he comes out and he's like, "Yeah, look at that. They could have produced that over there." But Trump is just, I feel like he's losing steam, man. I feel like
he's slipping.
4 years later, Trump is not anywhere near the energy levels of 4 years ago. Trump.
He's just a negative Nancy, and people are sick of it. And I'm sick of it. It's like, it's. Yeah.
Well, look, everyone saw the decline. I'm not saying that 80 years old doesn't mean you're not healthy, but what president of the United States is a tough job. Everyone saw the decline of Biden even 4 years, like right before the election. His tape versus now is like huge. Crazy. So Trump's getting up there. He's turning 80 like next year. Like he's there now, but like it's starting to go probably.
I feel like he's lost steam. Like
absolutely.
4 years from now, he's probably, if he's has to do that job for 4 years, it's going to be tough.
And then he's going against somebody that nobody's ever really voted for in a presidential election. It's an insanely hilarious collection of candidates at the top.
Yeah, it still sucks.
It's horrible. It's like as bad as it gets.
It's terrible.
One much younger person who no one really like got to elect through the process, and then
the only time she has run, she's been like laughed out of the election. So
yeah, I heard Trump is meeting with Tulsi to learn how to stick it to Kamala in the debate because Tulsi
is Trump going to show up in a white suit?
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Power suit.
I heard he
has long hair, long flowing locks.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, but perhaps the biggest news of the convention, other than what we already mentioned, the Democrats stealing the Democratic vote process from their voters, or the giant 20-foot inflatable IUD that they have outside that you can take a picture with. Check that out. That's pretty cool.
Who did this? Planned Parenthood, right?
Yeah, Planned Parenthood. Yeah, it's like it's the Chicago IUD, like the Chicago bean. You can go take a picture with the Chicago IUD.
Is anybody against IUDs? Is that like a thing?
I don't know.
I don't know. I've heard a lot of the stuff about the like
Catholics, right?
In vitro stuff, which is like
Sure.
like but I don't know. I think some people
Who's against IUDs?
Yeah, other than Catholics, I'm not
Plus,
sure.
Wes, you can make a joke with your female friend when you walk by it, and you could say, "Finally, I found one that fits you."
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, look, it's your size.
Hey, I think I found your IUD on Magnificent Mile. Take a picture with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Found Sarah's IUD. Tag her.
I like that.
Yeah, it's fun.
But along with the IUD, biggest news is that Planned Parenthood will be in attendance, and this is the perfect opportunity to get that abortion or vasectomy that you've been wanting on the house. That's right, for free. But you better hurry, because free abortions, vasectomies, and emergency contraception being provided in a bus right here by the Planned Parenthood chapter of Great Rivers of St. Louis won't last forever.
They'll do it right there in the bus, right there at the. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, but it's not. I'd like to think that they were doing an old traditional abortion inside that bus, which would be really grisly. But it's a medical abortion, so they just give you the pills and then you delete the baby.
So you can get Plan B or get a vasectomy inside that bus.
Yeah.
Word to the wise, you can get a free vasectomy anytime you want. You just have to sign your nuts away to whoever's offering them. There are people offering them in your area. Trust me.
For free everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But I'd like to pay for my vasectomy, to be honest.
Me too. I looked into it. I would not get a free one.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You have to pay for your pets' vasectomies. People can get them.
They'll do it to human men for free everywhere. What's
the logic behind that?
There's programs everywhere, all over the country that'll do it. But after looking into it, the shit that you have to agree to, I would not do it for free.
Yeah, it's crazy.
At a license.
Yeah. But you better hurry, though, because this deal won't last forever. In fact, Tuesday is the last day, tomorrow, to delete a baby or get your nuts snipped for free. And I mean, that's the deal of the century if you need one. Oh, wait. Sorry, guys. According to the article, all appointments for vasectomies and medical abortions at the DNC are currently filled. And they advise you, if you are in desperate need of an abortion, to sit at your computer and refresh the sign-up page every 3 minutes to see if someone changes their mind or chickens out. So that's a tough waiting period.
They got layaway for these?
I mean, I'm sure that you can,
stand by.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, they got. Well, I don't know if they have a waiting list, but they advise you just to sit at your computer and refresh the page, kind of like
what
when
if you went there to talk vaccine. Someone out of it and then took the spot.
You could do that.
Talk them out of it and be like, "Oh, it looks like a spot opened up by her."
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
They should have invited Justin Trudeau down. Could have brought the suicide booth. That would have got some numbers.
Yeah.
So the convention is taking place at the United Center, and a listener sent in this recording of an announcement that is being played as you walk into the convention center or the United Center. Pretty cool. Check this out.
To the 2024 Democratic National Convention, the largest gathering of pussies anywhere on Earth. If you are here to delete a baby, please follow the bloody arrows to the baby deletion waiting room. If you are here to protest the genocide of Palestinians, please take a number and shove it up your ass. Welcome to Chicago. We hope you don't get murdered.
Yeah,
incredible intro.
Yeah, crazy. And
trolling themselves a little bit with that one. Surprising, but
that's awareness, though.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's good.
Self-deprecation's funny.
Yeah, exactly. Pushing comedy. I saw that Jen Psaki did a shot of Malort with JB Pritzker on MSNBC. Nice.
Neither of them really went. She said it was gross because it is, but I was surprised. I mean, obviously Pritzker's had a few, but she took it like a champ.
Yeah, the Dems pushing the comedy for this election, which is a great route with Kamala because she's once we get into like public speaking when she doesn't have a teleprompter, there's gonna be comic moments. Just like with Trump, but I mean with her, there will be some fun.
I can't wait for the debates.
Yeah.
There's two scheduled?
I don't know.
Three?
One. She's only agreed to one. I don't think Kamala should agree to more than the one. September 10th is the only one she's agreed to. Trump wants two others, but no word on if she'll go to those. She's going to get trounced in the debates. She should not.
We're doing a
do
live.
more.
Yeah, I think she'll be fine. We're going to do a live show for that.
I mean,
sure.
but every debate she's done in the past, she has been slaughtered.
Yeah.
So I think her history, I would say that she should only.
I don't know. She's on fire right now. Like, I know she's reading from prompters, but like
at her rallies.
I think she'll be fine. Obviously, Biden got slaughtered this last one. But I think she's going to hold her.
She's going to do better than Biden. That's for sure.
Yeah, she'll probably do better than a guy with no brain, but she has historically been bad at debates. I mean, Tulsi took her out in a body bag of the last DNC primary.
Yeah. One more thing, guys. When I was, doing my little spiel here, I was looking at, I personally, when it comes to abortion, I have, I'm not anti-abortion, but I found a perfect kind of stand-up routine from Bill Burr.
It's big of us. That's big of us.
Yeah, I'm not anti-abortion.
It's big of you as a male.
Yeah. But I think Bill Burr nailed how I personally feel about abortion, and I'm gonna, instead of playing the clip, I'm gonna read you his stand-up in Indian voice, so it doesn't get taken down on YouTube. Okay,
Love it.
Pro-choice always makes sense to me because I don't like people telling me what to do. I am just like, it's your body. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to do with your body? However, I still think you're killing a baby, and that is where it gets weird. It's not a baby yet. That's what they say, which, hey, may or may not be true. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Everyone else in my family is, but not me. But my gut tells me that doesn't make sense. That would be like if I was making a cake and I poured some batter in a pan and I put it in the oven, and 5 minutes later you came by and you grabbed the pan and you threw it across the floor. And I said to you, what the hell? You have just ruined my cake. And then you said, well, it wasn't a cake yet. And I said, well, it would have been if you didn't do what you just did. Do you see the point I'm making?
Did you add the part about everyone else in the family is a doctor because you're Indian?
Of course I did.
Yeah, that was that little ad lib, right?
Yeah, a little ad lib. Yeah. I think he nails it on that one. So there's
he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
But hey, let's unite the country overall. I think that's what's needed. So that's what I'm for.
Yeah, not going so hot with these conventions.
No,
it's definitely going to be united for sure.
Yeah. There you go, Wes.
I get the feeling that uniting is on the way.
That closing statement by you is going to move the needle.
Yeah, just want to erase everything I did before that.
Yeah.
Just, let's unite.
Thank you, Wes. Unite.
Over the topic of abortion, there's no better topic for us to unite on.
Yeah.
Let's unite.
No one has a strong take on that.
As men, let's unite on this right now.
We must unite.
We must unite. After all that. All right. You guys want to head to the labor lounge?
Yes.
I got another dangerous job for you today. Going back to the labor lounge. This one's actually kind of a sweet job, like you'll see, but it will definitely send you to an early grave. And also it's kind of gross for everyone, as you'll see as well. So vapes, we've all got them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I went back to cigs.
But you've had them. You probably have one laying around.
Oh, yeah. I've got one in my drawer for sure.
Yeah, you've got one laying around.
I've got just like a juicy.
Yeah. Will has one in his pocket. I've got this one. This is blue raspberry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And then I got this one. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this on YouTube. This one is tropical fuck. Something ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, they're good.
It says watermelon cantaloupe honeydew, and it kind of tastes like the fruit stripe gum zebra came in my mouth every time. It comes in my mouth every time I hit it. This
is just a cloud chasing podcast,
Yeah,
we try all the flavors.
Yeah. Well, look, it's like a fruit cup vape. The CDC said that vape sales have gone up 46.6% from 2020 to 2022, and they were already pretty high back then, right? Obviously, maybe during COVID, that's like sure, but like 2020, I thought they were pretty high. 46.6% up from 2020.
Yeah. Well, you got to think, man. You got to think cigarettes are being banned absolutely everywhere.
Well, yeah, and then
now
in Crook County at 22 a pack, they're kind of banned.
Exactly, bro. You're saving money. Plus, you can get your nicotine wherever you want. There's so many advantages to a vape nowadays over a traditional cigarette. If you live, especially in a more liberal state where they're banning you from smoking everywhere, even outside a lot of places.
Yeah.
No more smoking. And do you know where most of these vapes are made?
China.
I would assume.
That's right. Where everything's made. China. So what do you think life working in a Chinese vape factory is like?
Lit. I bet it's lit.
It's smoky.
So lit.
It's cloudy.
Chinese people love smoking.
Yeah, well, you're right. And it was proven when a documentary team went to a Chinese vape shop to investigate. YouTube, like investigative channel Machina, decided to fly out to one of the top disposable vape factories in Baoyang, Shenzhen in China. And surprisingly, the dummies let them in and gave them a full tour and let them film, where they captured some pretty hilarious and shocking footage like this. So there's a guy hitting everything.
He had a 12. They all have a 12 packs.
It's like 12.
Yeah,
It's 12. So there's six on a
how many he's
side.
hitting. He
Look
just
how
did
young
one.
that kid is.
They're hitting bricks of vapes. This is amazing. Full handfuls.
They gotta make sure each one works.
This guy, that's the guy from Cheetah. He's like, I don't know if they're testing for like just that it works or the like how like cloudy it gets, but and then he went up and interviewed the guy, and he was like, so like what's a day like here? Like how many of those do you have to do a day? And he was like, normal days are 7,000 to 8,000 vapes I test, but some days are over 10,000. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, they go fast.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm glad they're doing this. I've bought a vape before.
You're glad they're doing this. If you don't wipe them off, you're making out with a 12-year-old Asian the first time.
Hey, look, do you trust the robot to do it? Nah, I don't trust it. I trust
just get a refund. I don't need
That's the vape.
I need a guy putting his mouth on my vape.
Yeah. No, Wes, especially like the vapes could have problems. What if
I've gotten one that has a problem.
It's too hot,
then you get a refund. They usually ask
I've already driven away by the time
at the places I go to. You're going to shitty places. The vape stores I go to, they say it's like make sure they're not a copy. He's like, now you got to hit it in front of me before you leave.
I've gotten that too because they are so faulty.
Yeah. Well, why don't they just do that? Why do they have this?
Because you can't trust a gas station worker to do that every time, but you can trust an underage Chinese guy to do it every time.
Yeah, they are.
Especially factory working underage Chinese guy to do it.
Yeah. They are. So every single vape has been tested by an overworked, soon to be dead Asian, because it is kind of an awesome job, but 10,000 hits is tough.
It's like being an NFL running back. You have a short shelf life in that job, but as far as like shit jobs go, that's one of the coolest you can get.
It is. If you're going to be overworked in a factory, it's better to hit vapes than most.
Chasing clouds.
To your point, well, you think there's like one guy who's like 30 that they're like, holy shit, he can't be killed.
We don't know how he does it.
Everyone's 12, and there's one guy who's been doing it for 15 years. Some fucking machine.
Yeah, he's gonna be the first guy to get like robotic lungs installed, so you can just keep testing the vapes forever.
Yeah, I don't think they offer enough healthcare. I don't think there is enough healthcare.
Yeah, but China's got good robotics, and if he's a good enough tester, that factory might, they might have to invest in a set of robotic lungs for that guy. But yeah, I think Mark, you're right. There is like the Marshawn Lynch of every vape factory. Yeah, and they just don't understand. And he's like full gray, just like crushing the records every day.
Yeah, he's the guy when everyone else is crapped out at 7,000, he gets to 18,000 to get everyone to go home.
Yeah. Well, they get bonuses if they go, they're paid by the vape. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He's got like 10 kids, so he's got to be the best.
Yeah. He comes home and he just collapses. We had some new hires today, but couldn't hack it. Yeah, so you might want to get a Clorox wipe and wipe off your tips, when you get a new vape.
I kind of want to see if I can smell the Asian on mine, and if I buy one, just give it a little whiff.
Smell the Asian?
Yeah, smell the Asian. Before I wipe it.
What are you, the giant from Jack and the Giant Beanstalk?
With that?
Yeah. If you can smell the Asian, you're getting a high quality product.
Well, this is going to
work. What does Asian smell like, Wes?
Cigarettes.
If
it smells like Marlboro Reds,
like actual cigarettes.
Good, yeah.
They're hitting cigs on the side at this job.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's the update. That's the labor lounge today.
Nice. Well, thanks. Yeah, vape tester. Interesting job. Yeah. Surprised that's not automated for real. But like I'm thinking that a machine could really do that for a lot less money, but maybe not in
Easily.
China.
Yeah.
Maybe in China the people are that.
I don't think they're paying
That
much.
inexpensive.
And you see how fast they were going? 10,000 in a day. That's probably they're not really worried about the machines if they've got guys doing 10,000 a day for probably like
No, it's impressive.
$25.
Yeah.
It's-
true.
yeah. You could see
Yeah.
see why they're married to the idea of not having to buy machines. All right. Speaking of machines, taking it over to the tech corner. And first up, a question for you two. Have you guys ever considered renting your home out for Airbnb, or maybe not your home, but Turo? I know, Mark, you've done that. Like,
Yep. Any chance I get, Will.
any chance you get. If you haven't done the Airbnb, just Turo, right?
No, because I rent. I wouldn't do that because I don't want to get kicked out of my house. But
Some people do.
if I owned my house, I would.
Yeah, I
Some
couldn't
people
do it.
walk on the wild side. But are you, Wes? You're
Not
you
my
haven't considered
home.
it?
Not my home. Plus, I'm like just a little too far from anything to even have it work. So
Turo was good back in the day, but it got so oversaturated that like it's just not really worth it now unless
Yeah, I
you
could
have
never
like,
do
Yeah,
my
I was
car
late
either.
to it.
yeah, like it got too saturated. It's now like for my cars, which are 2022s, 2020s in good shape, but they're not like luxury cars. It's like $50 a day, and it's like what the fuck that.
Yeah, it's not great for the
It's like,
effort you
you'll
have to
fuck
put in.
yourself. Yeah.
Also,
You had a horrible
Airbnb.
experience your first Turo.
Yeah, it smelled like piss afterwards.
Yeah.
And beer because they
Vagrants
put a
used
cooler
as
in the
a
back. Well, they
restroom.
went to like
Yeah.
the Formula One race and camped out with
Ooh,
coolers in
Got
it.
hammered.
Yeah,
Fucked your car up.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
the one and done.
That sucks. Yeah, and Airbnb comes with its own like set of fucking risks, right? Like I've got 2 young kids. I don't think I could do Airbnb just because we have too much shit all over the house.
Right.
But
Mhm.
anyways, like it just seems like
You don't want people fucking with your kids' rooms.
it's kind of a hassle, right? And like what if yeah, exactly. No, it's out of the question for me right now. But I would consider it if I was like older, maybe. Anyways, check out this video from a TikToker, and she is like an Airbnb stylist or whatever. She does this as her thing. She's like a mom, mom and Airbnb styler. Check out what she had to deal with renting out one of her Airbnbs.
Weirdest rule that I have at my Airbnb, because I like to think that I am reasonable for the most part, but I have a weird rule. I had a guest, checked in, they came for 3 weeks, no big deal. They left it in amazing state, 5 stars out of the way, no issues, except when the electric bill came.
What is she making?
The guest
Cold brew.
not only set up an electric vehicle station, which usually is expensive, it's minimal, that guest also mined crypto. And so I looked back at the footage when they were leaving. We don't have internal cameras, don't everybody have a heart attack. And they were bringing out like 10 different computers. So it was cheaper for them to rent a house to pay for that electricity. So it ended up, my electric bill ended up being $1,500 for that 3-week stay. So I went back and I charged them and I explained, and
You're not gonna
fight
get away
that
with
on
that.
Airbnb, but
Not
that's
on her.
one of my weird rules is you cannot mine crypto or set up an electric vehicle station.
Okay.
I make my own cold brew, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
You're not
she
getting
doesn't
away with
play
that.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you couldn't fucking
She had
tell.
the electric stir for her cold
Oh.
brew. That's when
Yeah.
you know you're.
I wanted
Kids
to
are-
take a fucking sip of that because
Yeah.
after all that, I want to see.
It
how-
looked good. Their
Yeah.
kids are screaming in the background. She doesn't give a fuck. She keeps making the content. That's
Yeah.
that's how dedicated she is to being an Airbnb fucking super host. All right. And she actually I don't know if you followed along with that. So she got a $10,000 on average. That's I think what it takes to install an electric car charging station in the garage of that Airbnb house. But then she had to pay $1,500 in electric bills that was racked up while the person was there mining for crypto for 3 weeks. But she still got that back too because she raised a stink about it because built class Ashley, the lifestyle mama Airbnb designer, she doesn't fuck around as we just discussed. So she really came out completely on top on this one. But it's an incredible scheme by the unnamed genius who's doing it because the crypto miner also came out extremely on top. He allegedly cleared, he sent her an email, over $100,000 worth of value of crypto mining. while at the house for 3 weeks. Okay. So
Damn.
with a $6,300 payment on the house, I'm averaging that on the national Airbnb average for a house, which is $300 a night. So you figure he paid $6,300 for the Airbnb rental, $10K to install a charging station, which was obviously for his mining rig, not a Tesla, right?
Right.
And then $1,500 in electricity charges. He's still netted over 82,000 for 3 weeks.
He paid for the install.
Modified Airbnb.
It's a no-brainer.
He paid for the Tesla thing.
He paid for the charger, but he still came out on top, over 82,000 ahead, even after all those expenses. And so, if that same miner did that, that took crypto miner did that it took him 3 weeks to do that to get the 100,000. That's $1.4 million a year just moving from Airbnb to Airbnb to Airbnb. You can even install the Tesla, the Tesla charger, the electric vehicle charger to run your rig off of, and you could still make money.
Is it
over $1 million a year?
Is it illegal to do this? Why doesn't he just buy his own fucking house?
Maybe not yet. The guy's living in year 3,000. He's taking advantage of every loophole possible. And
I mean, he likes to travel.
Yeah. Everybody made money off of this.
This dude's making so much money that he's installing Tesla chargers wherever he goes because he needs to.
For 3 weeks.
It works for, man.
Yeah. Isn't that incredible?
That's awesome. Good for
him. I want that guy to teach me.
Right?
No.
Yeah. He needs to go to jail and become hopefully he doesn't because he's a genius. He probably won't.
I don't know if anything he did is illegal. If he pays for the electricity bill, I don't think it's illegal to mine Bitcoin unless there's certain city or municipal laws about using electricity. It's not like water when they have water shortages. You're allowed to
you're paying for it.
Yeah,
you can't do what they did in that school where they had a basement.
No,
it's almost like
the taxpayer money. I think
right.
When that went through the school, that was illegal, and it also wasn't their property. If he's renting the property, it's his property for those 3 weeks.
Too. Yeah, he's paying back.
I don't think he's doing anything illegal.
I'd rather have him there than a bunch of kids partying.
She said it was an amazing stay. 5
would
stars.
say,
and plus you got the charging station.
What I would say is charge him an extra 1,000 on top of the electricity bill since he's netting over 80. Be like, you can stay as long as you want, but you have to pay double the electric bill. And
she could have made more money off of this, but she decided to make content off of it instead. Again, that's at Built with Class, Lifestyle Mama, Airbnb designer on TikTok.
Wow.
So
nice.
Yeah. Speaking of Tesla chargers, guys, you won't be able to charge the almost certainly Tesla semi truck that combusted on Interstate 80 in Nevada County, California on Monday. Here is the update at 2:03 p.m. From Monday afternoon. It says Cal Fire performing air attacks to keep the fire under control. I-80 remains closed between Colfax and SR20. There is currently no estimated time of reopening. So that was at 2:03 in the afternoon. The original post is here. An electric semi-truck fire near Nyack has shut down a portion of I-80. Cars heading west are being turned around at the Nevada state line, blah, blah. There's no immediate word on when the section of I-80 will reopen. It was previously estimated the roadway would reopen around 8 a.m. So basically, you have had a semi-truck, a Tesla semi-truck battery fire raging. And let me show you where this is. In the middle of the forest.
Dude, yeah, I was going to say, how long is it going to be until one of these self-combusting Teslas starts a forest fire in the summer in Nevada?
Right
soon,
now.
Potentially, no, this is Nevada County, California, right over the state line.
Okay.
Potentially right now. It could, that's why they have Cal Fire is spurting this thing with water all day. It's been, spewing toxic battery fire, for the entire day. We're talking about before, early morning. It's now the night here. Monday, and it's just been burning all day in the middle of the forest. Yeah. And this is the closest forest, mind you, the closest forest possible pretty much to the Reno Gigafactory, which makes the Tesla electric semis in late summer in California. I mean,
they built it near a forest.
Yeah. And why would you drive it west, when that's all forest and desert to the east? Anyways, local officer Jason Lyman says it takes either some type of dry chemical or very huge amount of water. I've heard as much as 40,000 gallons or something like that to put out one of these Tesla fucking batteries. So when you thought the battery fires at sea were bad, when there was that container ship that caught on fire with all the Teslas or whatever other electric vehicle that was being shipped, and that lasted like a couple of weeks. We had no idea. We're bringing them into the forest now, so we're sending like AI-driven fire bombs into the dry forest.
Those things
during
need more than
peak
almonds
wildfire season.
to get rid of. Yeah, they need more water than almonds to put those things out.
Yeah, it's worse than almonds. Worse than ever. I mean, it's one of the. I mean, it's bad.
Good luck getting water in California with all the damn nut farms.
Yeah, and now the Teslas you have to put out that are inside the trees for some reason, because that's where they have them scheduled to spontaneously combust when they leave the factory.
Yikes!
The factory, but there's only one company right now that makes an electric semi truck. It's Tesla. So
no, I mean
it has to be.
The whole time you were telling the story before we got to the forest fire, which we both got to the same time, but you were obviously written that down, or you knew. I was thinking the whole story, forest fire, the entire time.
It's the biggest forest fire risk you would say outside of like PG&E or psychos throwing cigarettes to start fires on purpose.
Right, if a cigarette starts a fire, or the idiot pushing his Toyota Corolla into the ravine starts a forest fire, what do you think? Like these Tesla batteries are going to do?
Yeah, that can't.
Yeah, no, and again, if you're driving them, west from Reno, you're going through nothing but the Sierra forests, and you have to go through. And all summer long, they're like
just a matter of time.
bomb.
Hopefully, it's not this one, but it's a matter of time before Teslas get pinpointed to forest fires.
Oh no, for sure. If they're going to be combusting like this on the highway, I would imagine that Elon, like he posted this on X recently. A meme of his autistic ass looking down at Who Wants to Be a Millionaire replies of how to reply to how your day is going.
He's not
be
having
honest.
A good day.
Say it's going bad. Panic and talk about special interest. Use and play their game and say fine you, and then D end the conversation. So his autistic ass is having a hard time right now, probably because this is a bad one. When you're the owner of the only electric semi truck company in the world, and then it's on fire in the middle of the forest in the middle of fire season. Yeah, it's not. You're bad. You're upset.
It's bad press.
You're upset. You're not happy about
Hope they get it put out safely.
Yeah.
Unity.
Yeah, same here. The yin and yang of technology.
I'm looking for unity.
That's right. Gotta unite.
Yeah, we got to unite, Wes. Yeah, the good and the bad, right? But all sides, right? The crypto miners
come together,
and the semi truck.
And after making fun of all those idiots, we want everyone to unify.
Yeah, we got to unite on this, guys. We got to unite on this. And that's what you should take out of this episode today. Most importantly, get out there and have yourselves a great fucking day.